What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. In the last episode, we finished up the Ice Ruins, and in this episode, well, we're going to take on the Treacherous Tower. But before we do that, we're going to travel back to Hyrule real quick. Not because we need any particular item or anything like that, but because I want to stock up on potions before we go inside the tower itself, because, well, as the name suggests, it can be quite treacherous. And if we fall in battle inside the tower, since we haven't actually bought all of the items from Ravio yet, we would have to re-rent them. So, I'm going to play it safe, and we're going to go visit the witch's hut and get ourselves some potions. So, let's head inside and see what she's got. Hello. Hee hee hee. Have you something to tell me? Oh yeah, we should probably tell her about Irene, huh? What? You saved my Irene? Wonder of wonders! Is it possible? That dear girl, no matter what trouble she gets herself into, she always bounces back with a smirk on her face. My granddaughter and I will be forever indebted to you. Speaking of bouncing back, don't forget about my potions. I'd hate for you to fall in battle out there. Alright, so there are 4 different potions. The yellow one makes you invincible for a short amount of time. The purple one damages all surrounding enemies. But for the most part, you're going to want to stick to the blue and red potion. Now, the blue potion costs 10 monster tails as well as 200 rupees. But in return, it will restore all of your hearts. So it's kind of like the best potion. Now, the red potion, I believe, only costs 50 rupees. But it only restores up to 8 hearts, so it's not as good, but it is a lot cheaper. So if you don't have a lot of money or monster tails, you might just want to stock up on a ton of red potions. Basically, both of these healing potions are better than fairies. Like, fairies are only good if you plan on dying, because they only restore like 6 hearts, so potions are just all around better. Anyways, now that we got those, well, there's really nothing else we need to do but travel back to Lorule, and then we can take on the Treacherous Tower. So, let's do it. Now, the Treacherous Tower is kind of like a minigame because there are 3 different difficulty levels. There is Beginner, Intermediate, and Advanced. Beginner is only 5 floors, Intermediate is 15, and that's where you actually get the Piece of Heart, so I kind of made a mistake earlier on. And then Advanced is 50 floors, and you have to do that difficulty twice to get an upgrade to 2 of your items. So yeah, we have a lot to do. Let's get started. Welcome, Boom Boom Sword Boy. Welcome to the Treacherous Tower. You look pretty fit there. Want to play a quick game? Only 100 rupees? Sure. That's the Spirit Sword Boy. The rules are super simple. A bunch of baddies are going to attack you. Just beat them. You look like you can take care of yourself, but since it's your first try, just stick to the beginner course. Just 5 stages, so it'll be a piece of boom boom cake for you. That'll be 100 rupees, please and thank you. Alright, don't worry too much about the entrance fee because we will make that back quite easily once we get through these 5 floors. Oh, shoot a doot, I forgot to tell you. Returning alive is not guaranteed. Enjoy! Oh, well, that is certainly nice of you. So here is the Treacherous Tower. Like I said, it's very similar to the Savage Labyrinth of Wind Waker or the Cave of Ordeals in Twilight Princess. But obviously, it's a little bit different for this game. The concept, though, is still essentially the same. Just kill all the enemies on one floor and then move on to the next. Now, for beginner and intermediate at least, there are no healing floors. On advanced, there are a few, but like, don't plan on using them because they really don't give you that much health. In fact, the farther you go on in the tower, the less health they actually give you, which is why I stockpiled on potions, just because I have a feeling we are going to need them. Like, even though we will get our last heart piece and have all 20 heart containers, after 50 floors of enemies, yeah, you'll have probably taken quite a bit of damage. And some of the enemies are mini-boss enemies, or in this case, it's actually just a repeat of a boss from the Tower of Hera. But since we have our golden sword, well, guess what? Yeah, this guy dies in literally 2 hits. Like, isn't that crazy how much damage our sword does? Like, it's ridiculous. That boss, I believe, originally took 6 hits from our normal sword. And no, this is why I said don't worry about the entrance fee, considering if you actually complete the Treacherous Tower, the crowd will throw a ton of rupees your way, so they pretty much cover your entrance fee and then some, which is kind of nice. But now we need to take on the intermediate course. Well, you made it back. That's like crazy. Your clear time was 40 seconds. Not bad. Tell you what, if you can beat that time on this course, I'll add some extra rupees to your reward stash. And since you cleared this course, you can try the intermediate course next time if you want to. The intermediate course is 15 levels, lots of baddies, and a piece of heart waiting for you at the end. It only costs 200 rupees to try it out. Have I sold you on it yet? You had me at piece of heart. Just let me know if you want another go at it. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, well, we definitely want that piece of heart. Promise me you'll come back, okay? Please and thank you. Well, we're coming back right now to try our hand at the intermediate course. After we get this piece of heart, it will complete our 20th heart container, and it will actually restore all of our health, so we could go as hard as we want to during these next 15 floors, and then still be able to jump back into the advanced mode with full health, which is kind of nice. So I'm glad that they actually, you know, gave you a piece of heart after the end of the intermediate course, so you could like immediately jump back into the advanced course without having to go like heal or worry about not being at full health like that. So obviously the intermediate course is a little bit harder than the beginner course. Like, the enemies are different, and that is technically true for all the difficulty levels of the Treacherous Tower. Like, the first time that you enter a new difficulty, obviously the floors are going to be different and the enemies are going to be different. However, since we had to do the advanced level twice, if I actually show all of that, you'll notice that the floors are exactly the same, and so are all of the enemies. So it's really not worth playing through the Treacherous Tower more than you have to. Like, I really wouldn't recommend playing it more than the 4 times that you need to go through here, just so you can, you know, clear all the difficulty levels and get all the rewards. The only other thing that Treacherous Tower would be good for, I guess, is getting a ton of rupees. And I guess you could technically grind on the intermediate level, since it's easy enough and it gives you probably the best rupee reward for cost and amount of time. Like, obviously, the advanced course gives you the most rupees, but it's 50 floors and it takes a very long time to get through. And the beginner course is just too easy and doesn't give off as many rupees as, well, the intermediate course. So I guess if you do want to grind up rupees at the Treacherous Tower, I would do so on the intermediate course. Although we do have to play the advanced course twice, so by the time we're done with that, we should have more than enough rupees to do everything else in the game that we have to. Like, we still have to buy all of Ravio's items, and then there's 2 things that I can think of right now that we need money for, besides getting all the items. But yeah, no, we should definitely have enough rupees by the time we are done with the Treacherous Tower, which is kind of why I wanted to do this first, just so we have all that money on hand, and we don't have to worry about, like, grinding up for rupees on any other mini games and stuff like that. Plus, I really, really wanted this piece of heart, and it actually makes sense to just get this now before we do anything else, because, like, the only other huge side quest we have to do is collecting all the Mai-Mais, and I didn't want to do that, because every time you collect 10 Mai-Mais, you can upgrade one of your items, but you have to own the item to upgrade it. So since we don't actually own all of the items, it would have been kind of pointless to collect all the Mai-Mais right now. But after we finish up the Treacherous Tower, like I said, we should have more than enough money to buy all of the items from Ravio and any other things that we need. So, I don't know, it makes sense. At least it does in my head. And at least the Treacherous Tower is, you know, fun compared to collecting all the Mai-Mais. Although it would be a lot more fun if it wasn't for this freaking ice physics. Like, that is one annoying thing about the Treacherous Tower. Like, they use this ice physics platform thing a lot, and it does make things a lot harder. But I guess that's, you know, part of the challenge of the Treacherous Tower, so I'm not going to complain about that. It's just, I would have preferred if it didn't have ice physics. That's all I'm going to say on the matter, because, well, if I say more, then it just sounds like I'm complaining about something that really isn't that big of a deal. But anyways, we're actually almost done with the intermediate course. I think we have like maybe 1 or 2 floors left. I don't know. I really wasn't paying attention to what floor we were on. As far as items are concerned, oh yeah, we're on floor 14. Alright, cool. So there's only 1 more after this. But yeah, like as far as items are concerned, I would recommend bringing your flame rod and then bombs. And then of course, in the advanced course, you're going to want to bring your lamp for certain areas that are completely dark. But yeah, I mean, just look at the flame rod. Look how much damage that does to people. And I believe it actually burns the shields of some of these enemies. So yeah, flame rod, definitely a good choice. Alright, you are the last enemy in my way, my friend. Get out of here. And there we go. We've done it. And check it out. They throw silver rupees at you in the intermediate course. That is freaking amazing. Like, look how much money we just got from completing 15 floors. It's ridiculous. Alright, let's get out of here. All I've got to do now is the advanced course twice, and we'll be done with it. I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it, but I can't believe it. Amazing! Your clear time was 3 minutes 8 seconds. Not too bad. If you can beat your time on this course, I'll give you some extra rupees for your pockets. And since you cleared this course for the first time, I have something special for you. It's the very last piece of heart, and that completes our 20th heart container. We should really take a crack at the advanced course next time. The advanced course has 50 floors. You can beat up baddies to your heart's delight. It costs 300 rupees, so give it a try next time. Just let me know if you want another go at it. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, well, the advanced course certainly is a challenge, and it definitely is treacherous, but we have the Triforce of Courage now, so we're not afraid of anything. Let's do it. Incoming! Aw, Lumpty-Dump. Silly me. Sorry, sometimes my mind just goes boom boom. I forgot to mention one teensy-weensy thing. The number of folks who have returned alive from this course is a big fat 0. Oh. Alright, and there we go. We have finally completed the advanced mode of the Treacherous Tower. Unfortunately, we still have to do that one more time. And oh my gosh, look at all these rupees. Holy crap. That is a ton of money. And we get to get all that money again because we have to go through the advanced course one more time, like I said. So let's head back out to the beginning, see what we get, and then do it all over again. Boom, boom, you brought the doom. You're one of a kind, sword boy. Your clear time was 13 minutes and 52 seconds. If you beat your time in this course, I'll give you some extra rupees just for the extra effort. Oh yeah, and I have a wee little something special you might be interested in as well. And she gives us the super lamp. It's bright as ever and now has more attack power. Now you can even use your lamp on enemies. It's hot stuff. Oh yeah, I've got another very special prize for you. That's only if you're interested, of course. To get it, all you have to do is clear the advanced course again. When you come back to do that, be sure you have one of those bug catching thingies with you, okay? Just let me know if you want another go at it. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, so obviously our next reward is going to be an upgrade to our bug net. So let's take on the advanced course one final time and get the upgrade to our bug net. I will see you guys once we finish up the Treacherous Tower. Alright, so yeah, we took a lot more damage that time around. I only had like 3 hearts left, but we did it. We completed up the advanced course of the Treacherous Tower twice. And for doing that, we get the Super Net. That's one fierce piece of equipment. Now you can even use your net to beat up on enemies. How fun is that? Even though I've given you my special prizes, will you still visit? Don't forget about me, okay? Please and thank you. Just let me know if you want another go at it. I'm not going anywhere. Alright, we're probably never going to come back to the Treacherous Tower now that that is over. But I think that's going to do it for this episode. So if you enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.